was summoned by the officers of the Trinidad Tobago Fraud Squad yesterday to attend an interview today. The interview took approximately 4 hours and 20 minutes. And this is in relation to the report of the fraudulent activities in the PSA, which was made 2 months ago. Officers were professional and they needed to get further information and further documentation, which I handed over this morning to them. This is by no means something to be proud of in PSA today. The PSA for many years have been consistently been dogged with a lot of financial issues and internal ramblings. Today is no different. But the mess in the PSA has to stop. It must stop. And therefore I did my duties as a member of this organization and the former General Secretary of this organization. Also with me today was Sister Jennifer Fredericks, who accompanied and gave that support. Also Mr. Preston George, which they would have stand guard outside here for all those hours awaiting me to exit. And we have Mr. Roberts also here. It is a solemn moment. As I was questioned today, I felt the depth in which the officers are going down into in order to treat with this matter in the PSA. But this is one of many. Unfortunately, when you are unearthing mess, it stings a lot and for a good while before it's cleaned up. The PSA has to be cleaned up. I want to appeal to the General Counsel, that finance body of the PSA. I really need to appeal to them to get the house of the PSA in order. Your membership would have elected you to be members of an organization, to be members of a committee which manages the affairs of the association. And for the documentation that I was privy to and what was handed over to the police, both on the last occasion and today, leave much to be desired of the General Counsel. We need to get our house in order. I want to also appeal to public officers. 2022 will make it 9 years we are without enhanced terms and conditions of employment, coupled with the fact that your PSA is in a financial decadence and questions of fraudulent activity continue to arise. We need to take a look at our organization. It is not good. This is by no means something that I am standing up here feeling great about. It is nothing to be great about. When I look at organizations as the TTRNA, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Welfare Association, and other prominent, the Prison Officers Association, the Fire Services Association, when I look at these organizations who have their membership interests at hand and their finances intact, to look at the PSA today as being in the spotlight again for financial improprieties is nothing good. I appealing to the Finance Committee of the General Counsel to get the PSA house in order. There has not been General Counsel or Finance Committee meetings for the past 5 months. There are legal issues that are going on in the PSA that the General Counsel knows nothing about and will also soon be drawn into, that has what you call a cost factor involved. This is not a good position that the PSA is supposed to be in, not this illustrious organization that so many of our public officers over the years have stood at as executive positions, and they are right now mostly rolling in their graves or mostly right now cringing in their stomachs at the state of the PSA. We have to get the PSA back in order. We thought that the membership would have done it in 2020. We thought that over 9,334 members of the civil service who are PSA members would have come out last year and rid us of this beast that is just blighting this organization, but they did not. So this is why myself and a few of us here continue to struggle getting the association to be accountable to its members. We have not had a conference for the past 11 years. We have not had budgets for the past 11 years. And yet still this PSA is going down a road like this. I want to tell you all today, Nixon Callender, Jennifer Fredericks, Preston, George, Dwayne, Coffee, Oral, and all of us who continue to fight this fight, we are not going to give up until those who are holding responsibility to manage the affairs of this organization are brought to justice for any mismanagement. We are not going to rest. We will not go down in the history as being just persons standing by whilst a PSA, whilst the Public Services Association is being destroyed. We will not rest. So for those who are watching and listening right now, the hounds are at your Achilles tendons, and we will not give up until you fall, and fall by justification. You all have a right to manage the PSA's affairs in accordance with its rules. Do the right thing. If you are doing the wrong thing, you will be brought to justice and you will be dealt with in accordance with the law. As long as we remain members of this association, we will continue to fight this noble fight. And I want you all to understand that, again, I would say next year we'll make it 9 years. Bargaining units, including the PSA, continue to await settlement of their wages and terms and conditions and enhancements over this number of years. Really behind us right now is supposed to have the entire General Council here. Because they never approved what we found. There was an attempt to have them approve it, but it didn't have any quorum. General Council members, this is not an opportunity to hide. It is not an opportunity to stay away from meetings of the General Council. You all have to go out there and do what you all have been elected to do. It has guidelines within our bylaws which you can follow in order to make a determination of what is being brought to you all. But you cannot hide. This is not a time to hide and don't have any quorum. We have the issue of the conviction of Watson Duke to deal with. Before that body is supposed to be dealing with that. You have the issue about him using the platform of the PSA and depicting his political logo and slogan, mixing everything. The past General Council did an injustice to us by allowing Watson Duke to get involved into politics while being a serving member of the PSA, and it was wrong. It's only you all can correct this, and this is not a time to hide. There are serious and grave financial issues facing the PSA now, which the General Council, you all cannot go and hide. You all need to step up to the table right now and do what is right. There are other legal matters before the court that is going to be attempted to be brought to you all in order to drag you all into, to legitimize the actions of Watson Duke. Be very, very careful and mindful of that. This is supposed to be a professional, competent and capable PSA. But we are without wage negotiations coming in January, being 9 years. There is a job evaluation exercise going on right now, and the competencies of those persons representing the PSA, representing the civil service, sitting down on the table of that job evaluation exercise. People, there's a lot of things that is going on right now that the General Council, you all need to demand what is going on, get answers, and if that individual called Watson Duke or his executive cannot give you all answers, right in the bylaws there are guidelines on to take action against them. But not to take action also makes you all culpable, breaching your fiduciary responsibility and further sending down the PSA a rabbit hole which only have water to drown all of us. Right now, the employer in all our bargaining units are running roughshod on our workers and members because you know why? They know they are not dealing with a competent PSA. The employer loves the fact that you all have persons sitting down there representing you all that don't know anything. They love that. So it has been free game and open run. We now have an issue of the PSA getting tied up in the mainstream political activities of Watson Duke. Our logo is being used on political platforms. Statements are being made on a political issue using the social media of the PSA. You all General Council members have to send notice to Watson Duke to desist and to stop that type of behavior. But you all need to come together, and if you all don't know what to do, there are able and capable General Council members among you all that could guide you all. You all cannot run and hide. This year makes it 27 years I'm involved in industrial relations, and I have seen no other union or know of any other union in such a decadence as the Public Services Association right now, representing public officers and other bargaining units which have employees with masters, degrees, double degree, double masters, and that is the type of representation we are getting. Let us do what we're supposed to do. Conference and delegate members. If the General Council is not doing what they're supposed to do, holding meetings when they're supposed to, passing financials, having budgets approved, the conference can now intervene and call upon these people to answer. This is no way people and organization could be run. But today and much more, you see this place here, I will live in it. I will live in it because it's not just one issue. It's not just one issue we are raising here. It's countless financial issues. These two that were laid here is only two. We are analyzing documents and other financials, and we will bring more allegations against those who are supposed to be dealt with. And as long as breath flowing in this nostrils and through this mouth, we will not give up until those who are responsible for mismanaging our organization is brought to justice.